Hi guys, and welcome to the March 25th 2021 Texas Fly Fishing Report. My name is Shannon. I've been doing these reports for a few years now. I do them when I can and when it warrants by the actual fishing possibilities, and we're heading into spring. So February, of course, will be remembered in North Texas as the great freeze, blizzard, or whatever you want to call it. Temperature here at my studio was -1 degrees for about 8 hours, so that'll give you an idea of how cold it was here in North Texas. Now we've got the rainstorms from spring and the battle royale between spring and winter happening, so there's a lot of potentially violent weather, so you got to be careful for that. But what I did when I had a break in the weather was I went out on Lake Ray Roberts, and I love the north side, way up north, a whole nother county. Love that. Last year, finished the season there and went back there, and believe it or not, this time in March, carp are everywhere up there. Unfortunately, not a single taker. So I think they're just in the early stages of coming up. They were doing some barrel rolls and a lot of jumping. I mean, right there in front of the boat. So that's very much a happy spawning, welcome to spring behavior, not necessarily an eating behavior. So we'll cut away, take a look at that video from on the boat, come back here, and then we will continue. All right, guys, it's Rednecks with Paychecks weekend. You know what that means? No rednecks. Headed to Ray Roberts, north side, going out of Johnson Branch. It's a place I like, but it's not protected from the wind, so it's a pretty windy day out there. We'll see how this turns out, but basically this is an investigative outing, and we'll let you know whether we catch fish or not. Check it out, man. This is going to be fun. So alright guys, what the plan is here is to launch on the northwest side of Ray Roberts. We're in Cook County, and so we went to a whole nother county, but basically the lake is shaped like this, and so we're on one of the branches. I don't know how you're gonna look at this, so we'll be on the west side, which would be I don't know how to look backwards and west at the same time, but anyway, it's pretty calm over here and it's pretty protected. This is my favorite place to launch, Johnson Branch, but a lot of other people like it too, so sometimes it can get crowded. Not too crowded today, last day of spring break statewide it looks like, and I'm gonna give it a go, man. Alright guys, let me give you my hyper-local fly fishing report. I'm way up north on Lake Ray Roberts, and I had started out by looking for some outflows for staging sand bass, and there's no outflows because right now we're beginning a drought. So that got rid of that, forgot about that, went further north and actually found carp coming up, but they're not eating. I've thrown everything I got at them. It ain't happening. So it's a little cold. It's about 57 degrees in the water, 58, but as you guys might know, the further north you are, the warmer the water is because the sun's lower in the sky. So it reaches that area, you know, way out further for more of the daytime. So that's what the deal is. The water's just probably 1 or 2 degrees warmer than everywhere else. But there's carp. This is a brand new freaking awesome spot that I'm not going to tell you about unless you go book a trip. And it's crowded up here with bass people. I don't know, I hardly ever come out on the weekend, but I came out this weekend, and it's pretty crowded, but very secluded, man. This is just awesome. I can tell when the water heats up. About 2 weeks it's going to start. So about 2 weeks from now, you need to start booking your trips now with me if you want to fly fish for carp on Ray Roberts, which is 30 miles north of Dallas-Fort Worth. Be sure you subscribe to the channel too, or at least click like for me, so that you know, I can tell you like me. Otherwise I never know. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry I don't have fish to show you. I'm not giving up yet though. But like I said, I've thrown every fly I've got, and it's just not, they're not going for it. Very skittish, moving really fast when they're not hooked. I don't know what's going to happen if I hook one of these carp. But man, this is a great spot I found last year, and it's way early for them to be eating, so I'm not worried about it. But it's like March 20. Amazing. So things are the switch is flipping quickly, and if the water doesn't go up by spring rains and it just continues to drop, this place just gets better and better. Thanks for watching, guys. Now we'll go to the scroll for your your regular fishing report. Be sure you ask questions, but otherwise you're probably very capable yourself of translating conventional fishing tips into your own flies. See you later, guys. Alright guys, I hope you liked that video. You know, it's just something I try to get in. I try to go hyper local and then expand the way out. And if you watch this much, then you know what comes at the very last is the scroll. But before I get to the scroll, it's a TPWD listing of all the lakes. You got to remember, TPWD doesn't have anything, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, doesn't have anything on rivers and creeks. So that's up to you guys. I know that our big signal here in North Texas is the red buds, and the red buds have budded. Did you know Denton, Texas is the red bud capital of Texas? We've got so many red buds, it's not even funny. And that is one of the actual tree plants, I call it, that lived. So we got red buds popping right now, and that means sand bass in the creeks. So I've got a written part of this that is on www.texasflycaster.com. Make sure you go there and check out the writing on, you know, the creek thing. Also, there's something there on the north, south, east, west position of the sun that will tell you kind of more about where you want to go to on your pond or lake geographically. Other than that, guys, golly, there's one other piece of news that I'm not putting in the scroll, but TPWD looks like April 1st is changing their size limits on speckled trout. Speckled trout took it the hardest during the freeze, so that's going to change. I don't hear about any other fish that's being changed like this. I think the numbers are very interesting on the kill this time, the fish kill this time, compared to the mega kills in the 80s. This one was a fraction of that at a little over 3 million, I think maybe 400,000 fish or something, 3,100,000 estimated. That's an estimate based on their samplings at TPWD, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. All right, guys, let's get to the scroll. Be sure you subscribe and like my channel. Just you know, por favor. And I appreciate it. Also, check out the website www.texasflycaster.com. I have a very, very popular column that comes out on Monday. It's called the Monday Morning Sidewalk. If you subscribe to the website, just put your email in there. I don't use it for anything. You will be notified whenever an article comes out on the website. I do a lot more writing than I do videos. It kind of goes back and forth. Now that things are getting a little more heated, there'll be more videos, but during the other times, there's a lot of words filling spaces, the empty spaces. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend. I hope this gets to you in time, and we will see you real soon, maybe even next week. Thanks for watching.